Good morning, everyone. StrafeGal playing some more Baron's Heroes Journey on Free Enterprise Randomizer for Final Fantasy IV. We are on Rosa. This is going to be an interesting one because Rosa is normally one of the best characters, one of our favorite characters to get. She's very versatile. However, part of the challenge for this one is that we are restricting her versatility. She is not going to be allowed to cast any white magic during this run. So, the other part of this that will be terribly fun is we do have a bonus to go with that for her, which is Sky Warriors as a flag. Sky Warriors means that all of our characters and all enemies are permanently flying. Which means that Rosa's bow is awesome, and it means that the Quake spell is useless. So, most of the rest of this is pretty straightforward for the way that these have been set up. Alt Gauntlet, enemy toggle, so there is random encounters at XP. T-Pro, so treasure is scaled based on location. Shops are wild, but items only sell for a quarter. A little bit restrictive, but not bad. Honestly, that's what a lot of the bracket sets are. And then it does still have the hero permajoin no dupes that a lot of these other ones have had, which unfortunately have given me a bit of I've had some problems committing to those characters because of that, but this one I feel like will be okay. Again, Rosa's pretty solid start, so pretty easy to decide what to take from there in some ways. Our objectives. We have to beat the 2 bosses that are flying in the vanilla game. All of them should be flying in this. Liberate Baron Castle. So we need the Baron Key. Tower of Zot, which means we need the Tower Key. And Forge. So both keys. Let's go ahead and turn the flash off quick and get started. So we're hoping for not Edward. Okay. Artemis bow. Lots of items. No, we are not letting Edward join. There are not a lot of characters that I would turn down right there. Edward is one of them. If we had gotten the spoon right off the bat, I would have considered it. The spoon flag is on, which means that the spoon is the equivalent of an Excalibur for Edward that he can just equip right off the bat. That would be worth it. Okay, Sky Warriors. It is no free characters, unfortunately. You know, we've got a free character on the moon. Let's go ahead and grab that. This first fight could still be a little rough depending on who we've got. Our Artemis bow, it goes a long way. That is definitely what we wanted there. If we can find a heroine robe to go with it, we are set. We're definitely going to be setting Rosa up, obviously, as a Berserker setup. rather than a caster setup, since she isn't going to be allowed to cast spells. I do love this particular challenge just because, like, several of the other ones, they had restrictions on, like, the way that you played the game. This is the first one that was a restriction on one character. Like, we can still use white magic, we just can't use Rosa's white magic. And the other one that we had the restriction was Palom, who had the you can't use physical attacks after you get the first basically once you can do reasonable attacking magic, which played into his strengths. And for Rosa, her main strength endgame is going to be white magic, and we're using her as a physical character, so it's kind of a neat swap there. Kane. Yeah, I think I'll take a Kane. Kane Rosa seems like a good start. Definitely going to be leaning towards a physical party, especially since Palom can't use Quake. One of the things that really makes Palom useful early game is Quake. And I think while I'm up here, since there are 2 boss hunts, what I'm gonna do is poke my head in here just to see what the boss is and to loot, because this is a relatively high level loot location. So now we know that we definitely would love to get a Cecil. It's gonna be... I really don't want to sit here and hold out for Cecil the entire game. But honestly, that one might be worth it already. And it would fit well with this party. I totally went down there to look at the boss, and I didn't. Whoops. It's not that big of a deal, because we are going to probably end up back on the moon. The key items are tied to moon and summon as well, so the chances of us finding, especially with 4 key items as required, the chances of us finding everything is pretty low. Quick rearrange. We will do dip into Watery Pass. This is another spot that has relatively high level gear. Kane is very gear dependent, and we don't have any weapons for him yet. So we're just probably going to poke around a little bit before we start doing bosses. Archer bow. We do not have the exit spell. Probably could check if I have an exit item, but I don't feel like it's worth doing a super deep dive here. And honestly, I think I'm going to go straight down to Eblin and do some more looting here. We definitely don't want to do the monster chest fights here, but we can do the rest of the treasure. Awesome. That is a very good find. There are 3 trap chests, so our goal is just going to be to find them, reset out, and then loot all the rest of the treasure. And we'll do each, like, stairwell if we get through the entire thing. Then we'll go out and save in between. That's already a decent start. That means we can back row glitch Kane with the Dwarf Axe. It's not the best weapon overall, but it's not a bad weapon. Okay, it's a pretty bad weapon, but it's a weapon. And he can be in the back row and still be doing full damage. Ninja sword. I wasn't even thinking about edge yet. Oops. Hourglass. That's honestly a pretty good find. That means that 2 of the remaining chests are monster chests. Are we good enough? I think we're good enough. We're gonna call it a good enough. I don't think that works, but we can do Dragoon to start out with. Always want Kane in the middle because his accuracy with axes and most spears sucks. And we'll equip Rune and Gaia even though we're not using caster stats because they are very good. Like, they're just good defensive items regardless. Okay, so I think the next thing we're gonna do just gonna pop in here quick for a little bit of loot and to check the weapon shops, an armor shop, and to sell some of the stuff just to make room in my inventory. Good to know. So I don't have enough money for it yet, but that's good to be aware of. Once we get a bunch of money, if we don't have a good weapon for Kane, there's a Gungnir there. Let's go ahead and go straight to Antlion. This party should be fine. Dragoon Shield and Samurai Helmet can both be equipped. We're going to wait till we get to the bottom. Poison Claw is good if we find a Yang. And this party could be fine with a Yang. Again, the big person we want is either Fu or Porum, regardless of the rest of our setup. We're probably going to be going very heavy on physical characters because with no Rosa and limited use out of Palom. I mean, Palom's still going to be good endgame. So if we end up with a Palom, it's not the end of the world. It just means that a lot of the early game utility for Palom is not valid. So that's a fairly well kitted out Kane. Rosa's not super well equipped, but we do have an arty bow. So these things are going to have about 500 each. And using jump and aim doesn't cause their normal counterattack chain. So very good spot to find those. Not my favorite item. But we probably get music. We'll see if we can avoid it, but music is awesome, but it's also long and it's just kind of out of the way. I guess theoretically, even a Tella would be okay. Like, all they have to do is cast Berserk and heal. I don't want it that bad. Should have saved before I went in, but I didn't. Genuinely, Tella would probably be okay. I'm not gonna take him now, but if I don't find any useful characters by the time that I need him, then I'll take him. The good news with Tella is levels don't matter that much for him. He starts out at a reasonably high level. Think that'll do it? Awesome. There's our tower key. One item down. We actually have we may not even need to worry too much on item shops because we already have so much. I think the only thing we don't have that I would like to get are cabins. Go ahead and try ordeals. There are several. Like, we're still only at 2 characters, but ordeals isn't too bad. And Rosa with this setup should be able to do ordeals. Since she has to solo the boss. She does enough damage that I think that'll be fine. I'm actually gonna swap out an Aegis shield, I believe. It's not that much different. Guards. Mute Bell will prevent all of their counterattacks. We also had 2 hourglasses, which would have had about the same effect on that fight. Should be fine. We'll have Kane use... we'll have Kane use potions. Never mind. Our agility is really weird right now. I'm noticing. Artemis Bow gives Rosa a plus 15, and Dwarf Axe gives Kane a minus 5. So Rosa's very frequently getting 2 turns on him, and the enemies feel like they're also going very fast as a result. Hook. Interesting. boss does have extra hit points because of the bomb fragments, but I think we'll still be okay. Maybe not. My only regret there is that if I realized I couldn't kill that thing, I wouldn't have used so many arrows. Especially of our good arrows. But that's okay. Couldn't remember how many hit points bonus it gets, and I know it's distributed between the Mom Bomb and the second form. So now, if we decide we want a Tella, he comes prepackaged with all of his spells. Downside with Tella is he can't get Nuke, which does make him a lot less effective for the very end game. But he's still decent. Utility-wise, early on, he has Exit. We can get him Berserk. We can get him, he's got Berserk and Cure, which is what we'd be using him for, basically White Mage duty. Let's go ahead and see what the Baron Inn is. And then I think we're going to check our hook route. Want Iridia? I don't think we really want Iridia right now. We'll see what our other option is. Oh, Mylon and friends, not Mylon Z. So, not one of our objectives, but still, holy crap! I mean, I think we can still, maybe we want to hold off on that, I guess. I didn't think that was gonna hit that hard. Like I said, I'm not super excited to get Iridia anyway. I love the fact that I started out by saying I don't care who I get, and then I immediately have gotten 3 characters that are my characters that I don't want. And I did get the Kane at least, but yeah. What I'm saying is this game is a jerk. So Hook Route has one additional character that we're going to get, as well as a good shop, a spot where we can get some more loot, and then potentially underground access. Or eventually underground access. That feels more doable right now than trying to take out that other boss. Not like that boss is an impossibility or something. Just very specifically, we don't have the stuff we need for it. We either need better armor and levels or more AoE. Some decent loot. We can find a Cecil. So this is another spot with a trap chest. We may actually be able to take it. Although I don't think we have the right... Well, actually, Kane's Blizzard Spear should do a number on it. They are weak to ice, but they also hit really hard. We'll try it at least. Yeah, the fell asleep is the problem. Couple more levels. Sorcerer Robe. Yes. Yes, Heroine Robe. We're down to one poison arrow, so I'm going to go ahead and clear it. We've got white arrows and lightning arrows left. There's some more poison arrows. This is why we hold off on these things. So the bad news is I believe that there is the Sea Naked flag on. So we don't get all of his super powerful gear that we would normally get. Actually, wait, no, we should. Yeah, never mind, I take it back. The other side of that I was going to say is, the good news is we have a silent staff, which is better than what he would normally get. Gaia Helm, which is about as good, a Sorcerer Robe, which is what he normally has, and a Rune Armlet, which is better than what he normally has. So there's our AoE. For the purposes of... Well, we should save, just to be safe here. For the purposes of dealing with the Baron Inn, we now have AoE for dealing with those zombies. And we have our caster, so we do not need to worry about grabbing Rydia or Tella. So pretty much any physical characters we get at this point will fill the party in nicely. The ideal would be an Edge and a Cecil. But the ideal is usually an Edge and a Cecil. So that's not saying much. Especially with the fact that we already have all the especially with the fact that we already have done ordeals and have a good sword. Life glitch that one quick. A little more XP. It's not much, but it's something. Didn't really check what spells he has yet. That's okay. That is definitely a reason to immediately go and do Baron Inn right afterwards. The number of bosses you beat determines how many spells Kusoya gets. And that Baron Inn spot is 2 bosses, one of which is very easy. This is a very fast wall. We may be in trouble here. May need a little bit more help. That's okay, if it happens. We will go save. I feel like we got lucky, so we will go save before we do that. We do get a full heal. I don't know if it's Water Hag, If it's Water Hag, we would be fine. I don't remember. It's Alt Gauntlet, and I don't remember what the Gauntlet spot here is. I don't think it's that bad, but it's not like a breeze either. Alt Gauntlet it is. I love the fact that Kane is the person who just isn't doing anything at this point. It just kind of amuses me. Stone is a fairly efficient, fairly cheap way to just kill off enemies when you're dealing with regular enemies. So that's why I've been using that. Where was the Blizzard Spear? I thought we had a Blizzard Spear. I'm confused. Maybe that was in Baron Inn. Got Berserk. And we can go underground. Okay, so at this point, we've got access to several underground locations. Kind of just have to think about whether we want to try and do a slightly harder spot that may just let us snowball. Or go for the safer spots first. I think the very first thing we're doing is definitely getting our free item here. This also gives us another spot to loot, which we're almost full. Let's do our shopping down here first. think that will probably cover most of it. As far as what we need to keep. We have enough for one power shirt or one Gungnir. I think the chances of us finding an actual... Oh, I forgot about the fact that Rosa can equip that. Never mind. That was silly. Wait, no. Heroin rope. Never mind. It's basically just hoping that this actually helps Kane do some damage. Because he's kind of... It is always funny watching Kane be this far behind on damage compared to Rosa. Stitch the poison arrows, ice armor, crystal shield will keep, I guess, for now. Still feel like we have too much junk, but that's probably true. Our job dwarf is a employed speechwriter. Very happy for him. Double check for cabins here quick. Nope. And then we'll go back to the bottom here. Ditch that Boreas. Medusa arrows, big bomb. Silver knives. And I just realized that the black sword is no longer viable because we've already done ordeals. Yeah, power shirt, there's a lot less stuff for that is... Power shirt is a higher level item than Gungnir, I believe, and it is less replaceable. Like black belt is... Oh, we just float. We don't actually take damage. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's awesome. That theoretically means that we can have a better chance at looting Sylph Cave. Of course, we find the black belt right after I buy a power shirt. Power shirt is still better. Like, it's fine to have both, and I'm probably going to use both. And I think I'll stop there. There's only a few chests left. One of them's a monster chest. I don't want to reset out again, because we'll probably end up making a second trip through here. Like, as much as we are doing fairly well on, like, getting these 3 characters geared up and getting our party set up as a whole, we don't have a lot in the way of direction and items, so we're probably going to have to start doing some summon bosses down the road here. Let's see who we're dealing with quick. That spot has high enough physical attack that it probably will kill us, even though it is just Water Hag. But since we only have 3 characters, that makes it a lot harder. If we just come back there with 5 characters, we should be okay. Especially if we've got a little bit more hit points backing us up. Just taking a second to figure out what he actually has before we go into Dwarf Castle, which is, I mean, with the levels we have, it shouldn't be too bad. The main reason I'm doing it is because we're here, and it's a character. And it's... Oh, that was the other thing I was going to check. He does not have a warp, so actually we want to hold off on that. Warp glitch is enabled, so we should be able to do that. So I think we're probably in good enough shape to do Baron Inn. We'll see what's from there, and then we'll probably go do music. Because we did get that Twin Harp earlier. There's that Blizzard Spear. Where's that tent? Actually, let's get rid of that Earth Hammer. Darn. No kill like overkill. Scout weak. That's actually also very good. There's our Legend Sword, which is essential to complete the run, but not something that we are specifically looking for right now. No, we are not letting Rydia join. Theoretically, Rydia could be fine here, especially since we're going to be probably doing a D-Machine grind coming up here. Which, if I find a Cecil comes in at level 1. We could theoretically do a D-Machine grind with Cecil and Rydia, both coming in at level 1. And that would be very effective. Let's real quick here. We have 2 bosses we need to find. Here's one of them. Plus, theoretically, Mist Dragon could be floating around. White, Cure 4, and Life 2. I guess I wasn't even thinking about the fact that we also have Foo, which makes doing boss hunt way better. So we'll see if this is Mylon Z. We'll go ahead and just fight it, even if it's not. Vanilla Octomom, that's easy enough. Rosa is stupid. We'll go with stupid. There's Nuke. This is a fairly high loot spot, so, or for early game especially. We're kind of past early game, but whatever. Okay. So I think we're going to take a break here. And then we'll proceed to go deal with Dark Elf. Hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.